I mean, it's crazy. It's an explosion in the market. I think power is king. Everybody is looking for available power. Every customer, whether I know them personally or not, we'll sign. Just tell me when you're ready. 9 months, 12 months, we're there.
Hey, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Eyal Rozen. He is the COO of BlockchaAIn Digital Infrastructure. And Eyal, good to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, Steve. Thank you.
Good. Good to have you along. Excited to learn a bit more about what the company's been up to. I know it's been a very busy time. Let's take a step back here. I know you just started trading on the NYSE American, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But what's sort of the origins of the company?
So the company, a lot of people don't know that it's been around since 2022. So it's not a new company, and it belongs to a holding company called VCV. That's an important fact, and I'll touch on that in a second. We've been us and our sister companies. We've been hovering around AI for years, ever since the company was established. Back in 2022, we were more into Bitcoin mining, and we had two data centers dedicated to Bitcoin mining. But long before Bitcoin mining has plunged down as we see today, we realized that AI basically is sucking up all the infrastructure around AI, and we started transitioning our company towards AI. So not hosting Bitcoin, not only hosting Bitcoin miners, but hosting AI colo customers. And we started to look at data centers which are applicable for that. And timing is everything, Steve, right? So today we're in a very good position where about 80-90% of our resources are focused on AI. So we have data centers which are up and running. We have a very ambitious plan as far as acquisition of greenfield power mainly, and turning that into actionable power, meaning data centers. So this is what the company is about.
Mhm.
Customers are there. I mean, it's crazy. It's an explosion in the market. I think power is king. Everybody is looking for available power. Every customer, whether I know them personally or not, we'll sign. Just tell me when you're ready. 9 months, 12 months, we're there. So that's the environment we're working in.
And that's
And
when you
we're very
sort of started to transition into thinking that you should, start listing the company, especially in the United States, right? To sort of capture a lot of this.
absolutely, because the environment I mean, we're in the right place in the right time. So we came to the conclusion that going public is a very wise move. Receiving money from the public and growing the company basically. And that's exactly what we've been doing. So yeah, we're very proud to say that we went public about 3 weeks ago, and it was a lot of work, and we're very happy about it. We're very proud of
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So let's talk about operations because I know that you recently announced that you had sort of moved into the southern U.S. as well. You had an announcement about that, and that added to sort of the infrastructure that you already have, correct?
Yes, so we're hunting for data centers all around. Southern US is an example. Minnesota is another example up north. We're currently in due diligence, I think, on 4 or 5 data centers in parallel. Uh, we just had a very nice win with a very large customer that I cannot disclose yet, but that is a 20 megawatt installation. And what we're doing is we're repurposing an existing Bitcoin mining data center to facilitate this new AI win.
Is the U.S. a really key market for the company in order to getting these data centers? Just because of you mentioned places like Minnesota, the southern U.S. I mean, there's so much land available there, and they have some natural things that work with a data center.
Yeah, I think US is the place to be right now. We're completely US centric, by the way.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future that will change, but currently we're looking only on the US market. It is large enough, let me tell you, customer-wise and data center-wise. We're not alone in this game. I mean, data centers are popping up every single day. There's a huge surge, and I'm happy to say that we have a part of it. It's not only up north, up west, down west. It's basically everywhere. I mean, places like Oklahoma, like Idaho, even Miami, Florida, and New York to some extent.
Yeah. So let's talk about the rest of this year. What sort of some of the things that the company's looking at as you continue along this path now as a publicly traded company?
Right. So we're focusing naturally on three main things. First and foremost is finding the right land and the right power to facilitate the requests and demands of our customers. The second, although it's easy, it's still super important. That's a business development part of things. And of course, making sure that time-wise we kind of link the customer readiness and the data center readiness, both financially and operationally. And last but definitely not least is to raise additional cash in order to facilitate all these operations.
Yeah, lots of stuff to do for sure. But it's been a busy year already. Thank you so much. Good to catch up with you and see what the company's at and continued success. And we look forward to watching your story. Okay.
Thank you so much, Steve. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Good to talk to you as well. Eyal Rozen, the COO of BlockchaAIn Digital Infrastructure.